Hello, everybody. I did not announce this live, so I'm going to stall for a little bit and then talk to you guys about an idea kind of merging something I've done in the past with something I want to do in the near future. So I'm just going to chill out and, excuse me, randomly talk about a few things and hopefully wait for some people to come in to the live stream. So, it was a miserable day today. It was kind of rainy and overcast, and it's not as windy as it was, which was good. So it's clearing up out here. It's still very cloudy, but the temperatures are getting better. Uh, so I kind of want some assistance, some input on a project that I think it could benefit some use in different areas. So it could be my area. I have one organization in mind uh, that I think would be very appreciative. Uh, but it doesn't have to be my idea nailed down to a T. And like I said, I'm just going to ramble a little bit till we get some more people in. But hope everybody's doing well. I just watched Small Waters Charter. Let me try that again. Small Water Charters premiere that he did crappie fishing with Steve from Wyoming. So that was very cool to see. And it's kind of funny because it fell right in line with just ironic, it wasn't planned that way, but I did two videos recently about the world record black crappie and white crappie today. So that was kind of cool to see that. And uh, as a youth, once I don't remember how old I was. I was probably 12 or 13. I don't remember how old I was um, when I was down there visiting in the Dallas, Texas area, the Garland, Texas, actually, to be specific. Um, my dad had a childhood friend named Don Close, who was really big into fishing. He was like a professional skeet shooter, and he took us fishing at Lake Texoma. And Lake Texoma, if I remember correctly, is listen, there's aircrafts coming over. I deliberately delayed this attempted broadcast because of all the noise. The recycle truck just came around, and it was like guys over here cutting trees down all day. So I thought I found a window of opportunity to to do this without noise. A little helicopter went over. Usually, it's not that noisy like with aircrafts and stuff like that, but I guess today's the day. But hello, Melinda, how are you doing? I will be hooking you up with that gift card very soon. Uh, so this is my idea. I I prefer more than three people to be in here when I talk about it, but I guess there's always that replay thing. I guess I can do a replay on this to get people interested. But I've always liked helping youth, and all right, hey, journeying veteran. I'm sorry, folks. I stalled for a minute there. I was reading a comment from journeying veteran. Uh, just a another nice gentleman, really cool guy. But so this is my idea. It's kind of like a basic concept. I don't have an outline on how I want to do it because I want to include, some of the loyal followers and viewers and get some input from my friends. I don't like to be like a dictator on community projects or anything like that. So um, I'm going to tell you a story, and then maybe we can incorporate them into this potential event that could occur prior to Easter or around Easter. So there is a small restaurant chain that started as a solo store here in. I keep looking at my. I got to remember to look at the camera, but I apologize for that. But there's a small restaurant chain It started here in Fort Myers, Florida, and it's called FK Your Diet. And I truly, it's not what you think. So let me before you guys jump to conclusions, it's not what it sounds like, and my channel name is not what it sounds like either. But so FK Your Diet is a guy named Doug, and his wife is Amy. They started a real small little breakfast lunch type restaurant, and FK stands for Foster Kid Your Diet. Doug, who's the owner, was a foster kid when he was young, and he knows like the the negatives of the foster care system. So he went on to be very successful. I believe it was Ohio, uh, where he ended up residing like full time, or and then they he got into the rubbish business, if I'm not mistaken. I like trash companies or something like that. And I guess he and his partner did very well. So right now they do a lot to give back. And right now I think they have 5 or 6 restaurants. They really like kind of franchised. I don't know if franchise is the proper word, but uh, diversified their reach. I know they have a location in Cape Coral, Florida, Fort Myers, I know around Orlando somewhere, and there's a couple other. I think there's 5 total. I don't remember where the other locations are, but they do real good things. So I've helped them out in the past, and this is not an pat myself on the back. It's not like that. I'm trying to lead up to uh, a a mission, hopefully a good positive mission. So um, they are very, very, very generous with donations to the community. They're very they hire a lot of people that some people may not hire or trust or whatever. They're very I shouldn't say trust, because I don't want anybody from that organization to watch and think differently. I probably didn't word that correctly, but FK Your Diet, they do a real good thing. I guess the proper way I should have phrased it was they mentor a lot of young folks, even older folks. They have this mantra, whatever. If you're homeless, you're hungry, you need a meal, whatever, just come on in the restaurant. They're going to feed you, and it is really cool to see in today's times, especially when I lead up to what happened with the hurricane. Um, they'll hire homeless people, and then they'll help. I don't want to say rehabilitate them, but help them on a path to a better life. So they've done great things, and they do that all over. They also have a food truck, and they take this food truck around to different events, and they'll feed people. I can personally relate to something that they did. Um, I've been on inside their restaurant helping on Thanksgiving to feed foster kids, and that was years ago prior to the pandemic. And I would make my seafood pasta salad and help serve. And everybody was doing turkeys and pies and all that typical Thanksgiving Day things for foster kids. And it was very well protected, very well organized, and so when I talked to you guys about Hurricane Ian and me having to unfortunately somewhat have my home base as a homeless shelter in Estero, Florida, I wasn't I was I didn't like that. I did not sleep in the shelter, but I would that's where they had FEMA set up, and they had different like American Red Cross, and I would take a shower there daily out in these little mobile trailers. But one thing I noticed, I recognized Doug, and I didn't talk to him because he's got so much on his plate. He's a very busy individual. I keep looking at my screen. I gotta remember. I need to put like a big smiley face up there, tape it to my camera so I know to look into the camera. But Doug's a really nice guy, very giving, and he brought the food truck. He talked to the people. He had one of his employees there. I think it was the food truck like manager guy, whatever. And he talked, and there was a lot of like sheriff's deputies. There was a whole lot of like federal organizations there. He talked to the people in charge there, and he asked if he could bring his food truck there and feed people. So he does a lot of that, and I'm going to lead up to that going further. And this is just a suggestion. I want to lay the foundation so you understand a lot about this organization and what they do. And they have a lot of proof of concept or documentation on Facebook, especially. So Doug brings the food truck out, and the what the Red Cross does feeding people is really good, really good. But there was like many times like the food would show up like really late, or it's just like it's survive. I call it survival food, and that's what that's what their mission is, to keep people alive. And but FK Your Diet, they do really, really good things feeding people, and they give you a large quantity. And in this case, it was for no fee. So I did not partake in that because even though I was homeless and I didn't feel my situation was as needy, but I'm praying we can get more viewers in here because I want to believe in this mission and this concept. So I will tell you what happened. So they go all over, and they feed people. They'll do little pop-ups with their truck, and they'll feed people all the time, like needy people. It's just great what they do. And but their little tiny restaurant, I'm not very good at judging the square footage, but yeah, I'm going to say it's probably less than 1,000 square feet. The one they have here, the first restaurant they opened in Fort Myers, and they did some amazing things after Hurricane Ian. It blows my mind. I don't know. I mean, at one point in time, they had a social media post, and it's probably been a couple months. They had given away 125,000 meals to people of the community, because so many around that where their restaurant is, there's like mobile home parks, and those places got devastated, destroyed. Then they got contact with some other organizations that donated like furniture. And they constantly have people out there giving away everything for free. Furniture. They have businesses that are donating. Like I say, businesses like Hertz rental car. Their headquarters is down the road. They donate all these things. So I see I'm losing viewers because I'm probably boring people, but I'm trying to lead up. I want to build the foundation on a good potential concept or something that we can do positive going forward. But so they've done that all over the state of Florida. I shouldn't say all over, but there are like 5 or 6 locations. But they were very, very impactful in Fort Myers. So FK Your Diet. Now I would say right now if I had to guess, like at the bare minimum, they've probably donated 200,000 meals free. So it's good to see starting to tear up a little bit because I've been on both sides. But my heart always wants to do what these people are doing. So I'm reaching out to friends on YouTube, the network we have. So I'm thinking something for Easter. Wouldn't it be cool to maybe like when I talked about sponsoring kids with the Dave Tiberi Youth Center in Delaware? Wouldn't it be cool if let's say we had a list. This is all hypothetical right now. I didn't give a lot of thought into this. I've given a lot of thought into doing something like this. I don't have the outline design, but you can hear the ducks landing on the water. It's always kind of cool to hear that in the background. Last night, people were hearing crickets because I have a really good microphone. But so let's say we get a list of, I don't know, 20 foster kids. I'm going to use foster kids as an example based on what these people do. And I feel awkward heading up an event like this with my channel name for obvious reasons, but um, yeah, I'm not too hell bent worried about that. But um, I would love every child to get sponsored in some form, in some fashion. Let's say we have 20 kids. Maybe we can raise enough funds, or maybe it's not 20. It may not be, because when we've done these for Thanksgiving events at FK Your Diet, it might only be 15, 16 people. So, maybe if we can, every kid be sponsored in some form or fashion of like $50 worth of uh, a rod and reel, tackle, can I did something else years ago. Matter of fact, uh, took a girls' club, was in a low income area, and a charter captain had a big, large pontoon boat, and donated the use of the vessel, and the charter captain and girls went out there and were catching fish left and right. That was saltwater fishing. So this doesn't have to be salt. Matter of fact, I almost don't want it to be saltwater fishing because our area is so devastated. I don't want these kids, if somebody would go out and I don't want the kids to see all that devastation. I mean, you can't hide from it down here, and you don't want to sugarcoat the reality of life, but maybe we could, I say we, this is my dream, or whatever. Have them go to a lake or a pond or something like that, inland. I don't know where. I've never been to Lake Okeechobee. It's my desire to go there. I watched a charter captain today do some fishing out there, and so I know the fishing is good out there, and I don't know, maybe it could be something good. And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I'm just reading some of the comments. I'm sorry to hear that, Rita. I apologize. I've been kind of focused on talking, not really reading the comments, so I apologize to anybody that I have not acknowledged your comments. But so I'm just thinking, like, I don't even know, maybe somebody can research this while I'm chit-chatting. What day is Easter this year? I don't know. Sometimes it comes early, sometimes it's later. Isn't it usually like end of March or beginning of April? Um, but I'm just throwing out a possibility, a concept. Um, Usually, the way I've done it in the past, when it was a donation for the Dave Tiberi Youth Center, like all you would know is like your the child you're sponsoring it's a 12-year-old female, and these are things on her wish list. There might be 3 or 4 items, whatever. It doesn't have to be that. So, but that's kind of like worked well in the past. So I don't know. Does anybody please feel free to comment? It, there's I consider myself tight in the fishing community. There's people from all over the United States and the world that participate in lives. I just started doing lives, and I'm not trying to go to the well too often. Thank you, Melinda. Easter is April 9th. So that's interesting to know. So, like, I don't know what do we do? Do we just here's something I didn't even think about. Let's say every child gets a like a gift card. Let's say every child gets a gift card. I'm just going to make up a monetary amount, $50, and maybe we could do an event where we take them to Walmart, somewhere like that, and let them go on a shopping spree. I've seen some of those type videos in the past. Those are always pretty cool. But so I'm just throwing out some random ideas, and just please follow up. You can, like I said, it doesn't have to be this area. I feel that it's time for these people who have done good things at FK Your Diet to be rewarded in some fashion. I know people do make donations to them, and they do have a very good nucleus. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't know about. Here we go. Here comes the sun again. Hold on one second. Let me change the angle. All right, so I'm sorry, I was turning the angle of the laptop, and my mentor JJ Drones was making a comment. I wasn't sure if I was violating something. It says, "Hey Gary, I've been listening. Just pulled off to take my break. I will help you however I can with this, donating, organizing, whatever you need." Okay, so that's cool. I know there's going to be a lot of comments like that, and that's obviously the purpose of doing this video. So I don't know. Should other people talk about, like, one thing that was really cool I've seen recently on YouTube is there was a big cyberbullying campaign on a YouTube channels getting harassed and stuff like that. And I like how that kind of like spread. Everybody was sharing the word. So I'm not saying people need to do that, but if you can do that, that would be really cool. Um, I don't know. Like I want to be part of this. I just feel awkward with the name of my channel, and I want to be respectful to any. Obviously, if you're dealing with a foster kid organization, like my channel wouldn't be ideal to be the head representative of this event. But maybe what we can do is maybe we can work. This is I'm trying to think of backdoor ways, and this probably would be a logical thing to do is contact Doug and Amy and just work through them and let it be their cause, and we're just supporting their cause to give back and continue their assistance with the foster kid program. That's just some thoughts I'm thinking about. That makes more sense. I'm not looking for notoriety or anything like that. If people want to share it on YouTube, that's great. But what the message I would like to convey today, definitely 100%, is please investigate and read all the posts from FK Your Diet on Facebook. The things they do is just it'll blow your mind. Matter of fact, what you can do is you can Google FK Your Diet, and you'll see how many times the media has come out to interview them and do different things related to their business. It's not just here in Fort Myers, but they've been very, very well promoted in Fort Myers. So that's what I'm thinking. Let's help some kids out. Let's see. Let's see what maybe Doug and Amy say. I haven't talked to them in a while. I was letting them do their thing. I unfortunately had to do my thing, which was not pleasant. I'm trying to work out of it, rebound from it, but I'm thinking that would be really cool. And I'm just waiting for more suggestions. And let me just try and catch up on some of these comments, and then hopefully some more people will pop in. So Rita was talking about a tragedy that was sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Looks like Missouri Randy Outlaw came in. Hello, Randy. How you doing, sir? Hope you and Shannon are doing well. Gentleman from called Tango the Cat has popped in. He says he's a cat rescue man. He's 72 years old, alone, and just chatting out, meet friends. And so I appreciate you stopping in. I like that. So Melinda's making a comment that it's Monday. I know it's Monday. I'm the low guy on the totem pole in YouTube, so I just take whatever slot I can squeeze it in with the background noise and surroundings and things with my mother's health and all of that. So I know I'm not worthy of the prime time slot time, so I'm just trying to do what I can do. I like that, people. There's a lot of people, good people in here. So I'm gonna scroll down and try and pick up where I left off. And then, so Tango says, don't give gift cards to anyone on the phone. Too many scammers. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing gift cards on. I do know what you're talking about, sir. And I'm assuming it's a sir. I should correct myself there. Um, yeah, I hear Randy saying that maybe I should have more facts before doing a video. It's just an idea. So I, you know, I'm doing this to get input and suggestions from the community. So gift cards would be a thing where it could be sent directly to Doug and Amy, or they could have set up their own fund or whatever. I'm not affiliated with them. I've helped them out, but so so yeah, I know Rita's watching, but yeah, Randy, I'm trying to get reacquainted with StreamYard. To be honest with you, I was away from it for a long time. I'm trying to do something positive here with positive interaction. So, yeah, I'm trying to educate myself with StreamYard, but while trying to do a positive thing. So, uh, that's the purpose of this video. So. With that being said, I'm open for ideas. Anybody, my email is available online. I have not talked to Doug and Amy about this because I wanted to get some interaction from uh, YouTube peers and such. Um, anyway, so that's it. So I'm going to try and move on to a relaxing afternoon, evening, and then. I'll let the rest fall in place. I think I need to be somewhere on YouTube this evening. I don't remember it's 7:30, or 8 o'clock, but I always like following other channels, and hope everybody's doing well. Try and keep spreading positivity on YouTube, and hopefully life will be a better place. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Thank you.